It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg alongside. And our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. And it's been home cooking for the Spurs in the midst of a homestand here in San Antonio. And this is their first time matched up with the Pistons this year. A year ago, they each gained a victory at home, but couldn't secure a win on the road.
And, of course, two teams in opposite conferences. They're only going to play twice, one on each team's floor.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the floor for Detroit, Monroe and Drummond, they're inside. Ellis is out there with Kyrie Irving. And it's Chan in at the three, the small forward. And so it's the Pistons getting on the board first. Here's George. And that one is stuffed right through.
His eyes just simply light up when he gets that close to the bucket. And you just know what he's going to do with the basketball.
I'll keep talking about, just the lack of meetings between these two teams from different conferences. And probably isn't a whole lot of hostility between them, not a lot of emotion, at least right now. All that being said, Clark, it still makes you think for a very interesting matchup.
I'd say so. I mean, these West versus East contests give us a chance to see the style differences between the conferences, which are sometimes much more pronounced than you might think.
That's a real good point, because there are different feel, different kind of players, ways rosters are made up, and so on.
No question about it.
And it's blocked by Chan. With the teardrop, and the shot is good. Here's Napier. He's coming off a 13-point game against Phoenix. Inside, George. And the layup's good off the glass.
When the size advantage is that pronounced, that's exactly what you should do offensively in this situation. Take it strong to the middle.
Irving passes to Chan. Back to Irving. Baseline try, and Detroit again with the bucket.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Napier kicks to Splitter. Here's George. To the inside. Pick off in midair. Cato covered by Monroe. Pass to Napier. And it's blocked by Chan. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Ellis kicks to Irving. The 19-foot shot. Right side, Irving from the arc. Ellis can't get it to go. Spurs trail by 4. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
To the middle. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Just 5 on the clock. A baseline J, and it comes off the front of the rim. Detroit leading by 4. Pass to Chan. Kicks it out to Ellis. The pass to Chan. Outside Irving. Left side Irving. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Here's Monroe, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Well, small forwards that can rebound the ball, such an asset to any team in the NBA. With now a look at the top rebounding wingmen. And you look at the dude, no doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game. And, of course, Paul George, several spots down. Over to the wing. Dishes to Splitter. Stolen by Ellis. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
Now, here is George. He's coming off a 13-point game against Phoenix.
And a huge rebounding night as well, really controlling the glass. Great defense in the paint there, making it tough on the offense.
That's what he brings, a presence. I mean, you saw it on that miss.
Spurs trail by 6. Tries to snap the cold streak, and good on the basket. Book it. George has got 6.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Irving passes to Chan. The dive for the ball. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
And we get a chance to see the numbers for Ellis. Averaging about 11 points, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. I'm sure he's happy with the way things have been going. Those are some nice, steady numbers.
Well, how could he be unhappy about him, Steve? I mean, he'd probably like to see just a little more of an uptick in him, just the same, but nothing to not be content about there.
So it's the Spurs now, trailing by 4. There's the feed to George. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls up on the elbow, and he gets it to go. George has got 8 points.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Irving passes to Chan. Monroe with a screen on George. In low to Monroe. San Antonio with the rebound. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
And you look at the stat sheet from that night. I mean, the turnovers were just glaring. No way you're going to give up the ball as many times as they did and still win.
Well, not unless you play an even tougher brand of defense and force even more turnovers on the other side. That's the only way you're really going to be able to counteract giving the ball to the opponent at your end.
Here's the dude. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. Fade away. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
Still went down, but with no defense anywhere near him, he might as well just go straight up. No need to fade away.
Okay, guys, on defense, no inside looks, nothing. That means 1 foot in the paint, helping on all drives and contesting everything at the rim. Now let's do it.
Kevin, we've got a moment here to take a look at what the Spurs have done as far as NBA stats go over the last month. 3rd in three-point shooting, 7th in fewest turnovers per game. And they're in the top half of the league in getting steals as well. Not bad, but could be better.
Well, and you talked about the free throw shooting. That's what jumps out at me, Clark. You shoot well from the foul line. It allows you to close games so much easier because those are easy points, and you get your defense set up at the other end because the clock is stopped.
Now, here is George. He's got 8. He feeds it to Splitter. Pass to Napier. And it's sent back by Irving. Lets it go from 14. No good off the back of the rim.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Paper kicks to Garrett. To the left side wing. Here's Napier. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here.
First personal foul, the team's first.
So both teams making some changes here. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
Boy, great hustle defensively through 2 quarters of play, contesting everything, starting to rack up those block shots, guys.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Here's the dude. Drummond with a screen on George. Here's Chan. And he can't jam it through. San Antonio trailing here. And Thomas, here we go. Good D by Irving. The Pistons have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Irving's got 6.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Thomas dishes to Splitter. Rebound by Chan. The dude's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Clark, the coach, was really passionate in that last tunnel, trying to do everything he can to get his message across.
You know, and I'm not sure what he wanted exactly, but he did it with enough fire that I'm guessing he's not going to be happy with any lapse in execution. I mean, he made his point pretty clear.
Here's Thomas after the made shot from Chan. Green kicks to Napier. And a miss there on the triple.
What a start they've gotten off to on the glass. I mean, they've come out banging.
And when a game starts off like this, there's an intimidation factor that comes into play.
Ellis, that's good.
And I'm sensing, guys, this game really starting to swing their way.
To me, it seems like they're taking charge as their lead gets more and more comfortable.
Thomas kicks to Splitter. Fader on the way. That's good. Splitter's got his first bucket of the night. Pistons leading by 5. Irving passes to Chan. He dishes it to Drummond. Goes up the baseline. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
You can see that their game plan is to work it inside, and that's been very successful so far.
The Pistons making a change here. Detroit shooting it.
I like it. I like it.
All day long.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
Ouch. Another miss to add to what's been a miserable game for him from the field.
Passes it to Sharp. On the wing, Irving. He had 16 points in the win against Chicago.
And what an extraordinary display of passing in that game, too, Kevin. He's making all the right decisions offensively.
Outside, George. He kicks to Splitter. There's the dish to Thomas. Shot clock at 6. Jeff Green on the wing. And not a good shot for him. They can get better looks than that. Now the Pistons with it. They're on a 10-2 run here. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
They've built a big lead here early.
Both defensively and offensively. They've been terrific right from the tip.
Gordon's checked in for Drummond. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Doc Rivers address his team. The first thing he said to his players was that the transition game will be the single most important factor today. He wants them to push the tempo at every opportunity. He also wants to see a patient offense, work for the shot, move the ball around, and as he told them, quote, if you don't see a good shot, find someone who does. So still in the opening quarter, and already some adjustments being made. Back to you, Kevin.
And thank you for that, Doris. Now, here's Thomas. 11 points last game. From the baseline. Misses off the right iron. Pistons leading by 11. Outside Irving. Irving double team. Back to Gordon. He is hauled in by Paul George.
Can't say I'm surprised that one didn't fall. He can barely dunk it in the pregame layup line.
Off the screen. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Outside Irving. There's the pass to Hines. Back to Irving. Irving double team. And so it's San Antonio with it. Spurs trail by 11. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Outside, Green. Back to Thomas. Shot clock at 5. And it's sent back by Irving. And the basket good. Irving's got 8 points.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Boy, the field goal percentage is fantastic. Exactly the kind of start they were hoping for.
Now, here's Thomas. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Napier. And there's a foul against Detroit. The Pistons making a change here. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the first. And George, here we go. Thomas dishes to George. Here's Splitter. And just miss after miss right now. Here's Irving. The shot misses. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Pistons ahead. They lead by 13. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And the Pistons have been rolling right along, haven't they?
The defense was really impressive there, guys, in that first quarter. They came out focused right from the beginning.
And, Steve, that's a big part of why they're on top right now.
Spurs trail by 13. We've got Green. He's out there with Paul George. And it's Thomas in the point guard. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And I'll tell you what, they've turned a lot of those rebounds into points at the other end.
And Detroit has possession. This is the most they've led by 13 points. Here's Wolf. A second chance effort, and Gordon lays it in. Gordon's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Pistons.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
And he gets it to go. Pistons leads by 13. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Pass to Wolf. Kicks it to Irving. Hines, the pass to Irving. Clock at 6. Fires from 14. Passes it to Hines. Here's Wolf. It's hauled in by Thomas.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. No luck. The Pistons have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Hines, the pass to Gordon. Feeds to Irving. To the middle. The shot is off. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. Outside Thomas. Pass to George. George double team. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep
Detroit leading by 13. Outside Irving. Down low.
Oh, how about that basketball,
Wasn't that
man?
beautiful?
Wow.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
but they recover it. Outside, Green. Thomas kicks to Green. And George, here we go. Thomas against Irving. 6 to shoot. Garrett dishes to Thomas. Second shot opportunity. Off the left rim and out.
He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
For Detroit, they have shot just 1 free throw, missing that one earlier.
2 shots.
And that one falls for Monroe. Drummond's checked in for the Pistons. And so Greg Monroe nails both of them. Spurs trail by 17. Thomas passes to Garrett. In the corner, George with it. Outside, Green. Inside, here's Garrett. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.
Here's the dude. Oh, look out.
Wow.
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'm with you, Clark. That's a crowd pleaser if I've ever seen one.
San Antonio with the ball after the basket by Detroit. And Thomas, here we go. That one a little long.
Nobody anywhere close to him. Where's the defense? He's got to make that shot, though.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Thanks, Kevin. The dude in their last matchup against the Bulls was simply terrific. He ended up with 50 points, and as he had the typical big game assist-wise, finding open men to come away with a healthy assist total, too. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified, Clark.
Well, I know this opponent should be terrified because there's a good chance the momentum he gathered that night carries right over into this game.
Well, some of it will carry over. That's inevitable. It's just a matter of how much.
Well, I tell you what, it was the good pick that was set that turned him loose.
And once he got around it, Steve, it was smooth sailing right to the hole.
Well, because of the pick, he had plenty of room. That's why he was able to power down that slam.
Here's Thomas, following the bucket by the Pistons. Dishes it to Garrett. Drains it from 17 feet out. Garrett's got 6.
Starting to get a little momentum here after that scoreless first quarter.
Pistons leading by 17. Irving kicks to Ellis. He's looking for Drummond and finds him. Takes the turnaround J. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis.
I like the way they've played here in the first half. Just an intelligent floor game, getting good shots.
Numbers certainly back that up. They're shooting a much better percentage.
Now, here's Thomas. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Fellas, he just is struggling to get anything going. Right now, his shooting percentage in the quarter, 20%.
The Pistons have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. The pass to Chan. Drummond with a screen on George. Here's Chan. Here's Drummond. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Drummond's got 6 points.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot. on a follow just like he got there.
Here's Garrett. Rebound by the Pistons. The Dude's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Monroe. The rebound by Jeff Green. Green's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Now the feed to Garrett. The rebound by Chan. The Dude's got 6 rebounds in the game. Irving drives in. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. He's got 10.
Well, here we go again. An open path to the hoop, an easy 2 points. Where is the defense?
Thomas dishes to Garrett. There's the screen. Outside for Thomas. He feeds it to Green. Back to Thomas. Shot clock at 6. And it's sent back by Drummond. Ellis kicks to Monroe. And Monte Ellis the bucket on the assist by Monroe. 8 points for Monte Ellis.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out in the perimeter, make them beat you from long range.
Knocked away. And they're on the break. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
Another bucket, adding to their lead. They've been the better team in every facet of the game.
And to turn in this kind of performance in an opponent's building, that's really impressive.
And San Antonio shooting 31%, not looking sharp offensively, to say the least. And here is Thomas, averaging 9 points per contest. Green kicks to Thomas. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Drummond passes to Chan. Back to Drummond, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Jeff Green picks one up. Pistons have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
Taking 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. So both teams changing it up here. And the second free throw, good.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
This team is never afraid to get physical. I think they enjoy this style of play.
Now, here's Green. He's coming off a 16-point game against Phoenix.
And when you talk about his scoring, Kevin, I mean, with the defense trying to pressure him, I thought he did a really nice job of getting them to overcommit. And you know, that's how he got himself to the free throw line.
Ellis against George. Here's the Dude. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. The Dude's got 14 points.
Oh, man, they are just putting the hammer down right now.
Defensively and offensively. It has all been working for him today.
The dish to Green. Back to Thomas. He kicks to Green. To halt the run. And it's Napier missing.
And you can feel the momentum swinging. They needed that shot badly.
Steve, I sense some frustration here. It seems like they're getting a little frustrated. It's understandable because they've given up this big run.
So it's San Antonio now, following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Here's Napier, averaging 12 points a game, 6 to shoot. This one for 3. That's good. Napier's got 6 points.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Pass to Chan. Lets it go from deep. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 5th assist in this one. San Antonio's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Thomas kicks to Green. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Pistons shooting is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it. Goes up the baseline. And Splitter pulls it down. Splitter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Napier passes to Thomas. He dishes it to Splitter. Green against Drummond. Off the screen, and he hits the jump shot.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Detroit dictating the flow. 1:16 left to play here in the half.
Oh, are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there.
Oh, great. Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special. Oh, man, that was a circus dunk.
Kicks to Splitter. Passes it to Green. Outside, George. Back to Green. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
They have no choice.
That's the way to shoot the rock.
6 seconds on the shot clock. 6. Substitution.
52 seconds left in the first half of the game. Napier, no good off the front iron. They are enjoying, Steve, a commanding lead.
Well, and it gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest, which is so critical during this grueling NBA season.
Now, here is Irving. 12 points for him. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Hines. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 6 assists now in the game.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
Here's Rooks. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Personal foul.
The Spurs have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
At the line for 2.
No good on the free throw. The Spurs making a switch here. And he's good on the second. 17 seconds left in the first half. Irving passes to Sharp. Back to Irving. Three-pointer. Another 3 for Detroit.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
Napier kicks to Splitter. With 1 on the clock, and that's not going to go. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. The Pistons on top, just dominating this one. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Well, looking at the stats, it's hard to doubt you have been the #1 factor for your team. Do you feel like you're controlling the paint right now?
I mean, I'm trying to. I know we're a lot tougher to play when we can limit second chances and get a lot of one-and-dones on defense. I think we should be able to keep it going next half as well. Yeah.
Your mindset is working. Well done. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3.
Hey guys, great execution in the first half, but we still have a few things to talk about before we go back out there. Well, we've established a clear dominance on the interior at the offensive end, and until they prove they can stop our inside game, we have to continue to pound it into the post. I do like that we limited our turnovers. We weren't careless with the ball or making unforced errors, so kudos for that. Also, we can sacrifice some manpower on the defensive glass in this half in order to have opportunities to get the break started with bodies already headed up the court. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
Take a look at what the dude's done. 8 rebounds and 3 blocks.
I had no idea we'd be seeing a performance like this one today.
Totally dominant. I mean, pure domination.
And San Antonio has possession. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Monroe and Drummond there inside. Irving is out there with Ellis. And it's Chan in at the 3 slot. Pass to Napier. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. A nice shot by George.
I mean, what are you going to do defensively? You can just rise up and bang down a 3-ball like that. And they get such separation with the height advantage.
Here's the dude. They double him with George. Irving drives in and blocked. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Banked in off the glass.
Straight to the bucket with a nice head of steam.
Well, no reason to slow it down when there's nothing in the way.
Detroit's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And for those of you tuning in, we're about a minute into the second half.
Spurs foul. Garrett. That's his first personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Well, you got to admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season, shooting better than 90% from the stripe.
Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Here's Cato. Here's Splitter. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Irving with the ball. He's got 17. Here's the dude, defended by George. Shoots a 3. Rebound, San Antonio. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. To the middle. Splitter dishes to Garrett. Outside, George. And there's the pass to Napier. 6 on the shot clock. From outside the arc. Some solid defense there from Irving. And, well, Detroit shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Walking with legends here, guys. Look at some outstanding seasons, decades apart, averaging a triple-double in each game over the course of an entire NBA season. Oscar Robertson's 1961-62 season was something to marvel at. And now, in our current era, a special player making his own mark on the NBA. With the tremendous play he's been showing us all season long.
And Kevin, immediately when you start talking about averaging a triple-double, you think about Oscar Robertson. That is a remarkable accomplishment.
Here's the dude. 19 points in the game. He's feeling it. Nice jump shot. Good. The dude's got 21 in the game.
Yeah, no problem knocking down that shot. And a little more damage inflicted on another defensive lapse.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. He told his guys to make sure they keep the pace fast, to get out and run every chance they get. He was also adamant that they can take advantage of this defense with the use of solid ball screens and the pick and roll game. Those could prove to be crucial changes to their strategy with this game getting ready to enter the stretch drive, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you.
Defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
From long range or short, the small forwards on this list have been on target for the past 10 games, leading their position in field goal percentage. And you look at the dude leading the league in field goal percentage, he always gets good looks.
And when you've got a player like him who can shoot that well, not at center, but at small forward, it gives you a remarkably dependable option time down the floor.
That is so true, Steve. From 5 feet, 10 feet, 20 feet, his touch is really on target from any distance.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Garrett, the pass to Nathan. The shot by George, wide open. Hits it from three-point range. George has got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. And his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
That's his second.
And how is the West shaping up, guys? Well, let's take a moment here to check it out now that the mid-season grind is well underway. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. Not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, the San Antonio Spurs. They're looking to salvage what they can of the season.
For the Spurs, they performed at a level well below what I thought they were capable of. I mean, I expected a much, much better showing out of them.
You're not the only one who thought that, Clark. I mean, even if they weren't going to be an elite team, I think most people felt they would at least be competitive and solid, but they are really struggling.
And so Monroe nails both of them. So it's San Antonio now. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Here's Napier with the second effort. And, here, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. The Spurs shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
Well, how about the numbers for this club as a team? 79% from the free throw line this year.
Yeah, guys, they can feel very good about themselves when you bring up those statistics. Impressive numbers. Been a very solid outing for George. He has 17 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
Well, they might want to think about setting a few more screens for him to try to give him another open look or two. They have to box out better than that. I mean, that putback is just another example of the difference between these two teams today.
Solid defense right there from Chan.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
That's good. The dude's got 4 points this quarter.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Here's Napier, and he uses the glass on the layup. Pistons have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Screen by Monroe. Chan passes to Monroe. Paul George with the steal. And it's blocked by Chan, but he recovers it. And George kicks to Napier. Here's Garrett. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Ellis, the pass to Chan. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. Ellis has got 3 assists in the game. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Pistons.
Their defense has been outstanding, Kevin. Closing out on shots, blocking a lot of them as well.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Shot clock at 6. Free throw line jump shot. Detroit with the rebound. Drummond's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
He has not been on his game, and you know, their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation.
Irving for three. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That is his first foul of the game. Green, he's checked in for the Spurs. Thomas comes in for Napier. The Pistons making a change here. San Antonio's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Thomas dishes to Splitter. Outside for Thomas. Back to George. Wide open look. And it's Ellis with the rebound.
Looked like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. He was wide open, just couldn't take advantage. You'd expect him to nail that one being that close to the hoop.
And George kicks to Thomas. To the paint, here's Splitter. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Splitter's got 4 this quarter.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Detroit's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Irving passes to Chan. Back to Irving. Pass to Chan. Ellis outside. Shot clock at 5. Cranes the three-pointer. Ellis has got 11 points.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, look at the discrepancy in the assist column between these two teams.
Now, here's Thomas. And George, here we go. And that one's good. George has got 19 points.
It's a good thing he showed up today because without him, this team would be in big trouble.
Monroe with a screen on George. Off the screen. No good from Chan.
That's kind of a shocker. The defense was there, but it wasn't right in his face. Kind of out of character for him to miss those.
Feeds it to Thomas. Here's George. Rebounded by the Pistons. The dude's got 11 rebounds in the game. Ellis.
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now.
None of the defenders wanted anything Clark to do with him on that jam.
And I do not blame him at all, partner. He was coming in with a bunch of steam and was ready to posterize whoever decided to get in his way.
All right, I understand, fellas, but come on. You got to challenge him a little bit at least. He's been the guy on the boards today, no question.
Steve, you're all over it. I mean, his numbers back it up. He's been working extremely hard out there.
Fires from 14, and Detroit again with the bucket.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
So for the Pistons, their last game, a win against the Bulls.
Well, they owned the boards at both ends of the floor in that game, and I thought that was what won it for them more than anything else.
Well, that was the one area they knew they could exploit in the matchup, and boy, did they ever exploit it.
That's good.
You know, he was smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Agreed. As long as he picks his spots, his outside shot will be hard to block, no matter who's on it.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
The Pistons have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And if they continue to shoot well from the free throw line like they are, I mean, their lead is going to be pretty steady here.
That's not an overstatement. They've literally not missed a single foul shot this half.
Both good from the line that time. Here's Roberson. Dishes it to Thomas. Over to the wing. Green kicks to Roberson. Now the feed to Thomas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the inside. passes it to Hines. Here's the dude. Now the pass to Hines. Here's the dude. Here's Sharp. No good on the three. Thomas with the ball. Pass to Hammonds. Left side, Thomas. 5 to shoot. Here's Hammonds. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. And it's good.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Here's Chan, drilled from 11 feet out. The Dude's got 12 points now in the quarter.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Green, the screen. Passes it to Hammonds. Outside Thomas. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Thomas got 6. Detroit's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. The pass to Hines. Here's the Dude. He's guarded by Thomas. Here's Chan. And there's another one for the Pistons.
His work at the offensive end has been phenomenal. Maybe reason number 1, they're ahead.
San Antonio's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Pass to Hammonds. There's a minute left to play in the third. And Thomas, here we go. 5 on the clock. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. Off target from outside. And, well, Detroit shooting it beautifully here in the third. 56% from the field. Here's the Dude. He's guarded by Thomas. They double him with Green. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
What, just a brain cramp, guys? I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Spurs shooting a meager 37% for the game. Pass to Hammonds. Outside, Green. 19 seconds left in the third. Rebounded by Chan. The Dude's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
Still Spurs ball.
San Antonio making a switch here.
Substitution for the Spurs. Quincy Acey. Shabazz Napier.
8 seconds left in the third quarter. Right side, Thomas. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Thomas got 6 in the quarter. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. It's Detroit running away with it. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And, well, Detroit shooting indicative of smooth offensive play, up at 60%. They're a machine from the floor. They've got Roberson, also Quincy Acey out there, and it's Garrett in at the 5, down low. That's the San Antonio 5. Out to the right wing. Roberson, the pass to Stinson. He feeds it to Acey. 6 to shoot. Tries from 16. Can't get it to go. Gordon with the defensive effort. Now the pass to Sharp. Pass to Hines. From beyond the arc. And the shot is good.
Sharp.
1 minute now into this fourth quarter. The dish to Garrett. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Passes to Hines. Fires it up. And the Pistons getting another bucket right there.
The defense playing way too soft there, guys. He's just getting right to the rim.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
They set the pick. To the middle. Shot to stop the run. Garrett with the bucket.
Crisp pass into the paint.
For Detroit, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Nice ball movement by Detroit. 5 to shoot. Here's Sharp. No good. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Inside. Kicks it to Barton. Out left to the wing. Detroit with the rebound.
That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
Pass to Gordon. Some teams changing it up here. For Detroit, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. This one for 3, and he gets it to go.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Spurs shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Napier kicks to Garrett. Misses from short range.
I'm just cake this man. I bake them cakes as fast as I can. And you can tell by how my bread stack up. In the skies it is rap, so the feds back up. Watch it like my whip, like my chick. Doing a $1.6 to be in the cockpit.
Hey guys, we are playing great. Let's just keep playing our game. They have no answer.
So both teams changing it up here. Detroit's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. And Napier pulls it down. And the Spurs with possession. Over to the left wing. Here's the 3. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Now the Pistons with it. They're on a 10-2 run here. The pass to Chan. "13 feet away, and he connects with the jumper." The dude's got 35 in the game.
You know, they've been able to depend on his offense all game long, guys. He's drained a lot of shots out here.
And between now and the horn, Steve, the ball should be in his hands as much as possible if they want to continue to build this lead.
And the wide open shot from Green. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. The Pistons have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Pass to Sharp. Wolf passes to Chan. Clock at 6. He kicks it to Irving. This one for 3. That one goes. Count it. Irving's got 21 in the game.
I'll tell you what, they are dialed in from three-point land here in the fourth quarter.
You called that one right, causing some serious harm from long range.
Feeds it to George. San Antonio's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Napier. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Passes it to Chan. Sharp, the pass to Chan. There's a screen. Outside Irving. Here's the 3. And another three for Detroit.
Back-to-back threes for them. The defense is slacking off a little.
It does look like their energy is lacking at this point.
Jeff Green on the wing. Pass to Napier. Doubled by Chan. And there's a whistle. There's a foul. That's going to go on the dude. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Green kicks to Napier. Shot clock at 6.
You know, even from here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
Shooting for San Antonio. Brooks. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. So he comes up empty, missing both.
Getting to the stripe is something they've been doing a lot of in the second half, guys.
And when you're behind, I think that's a great strategy. Not only do you get easy points, but the clock stops as well.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Third personal foul. Shooting for Detroit. Moore. Taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
They're doing a great job here in the second half. They've brought their free throw percentage up quite a bit. And that's winning basketball. That's one of the ingredients in winning basketball. Good free throw shooting.
Detroit making a switch here. Gordon's checked in. Dishes to Green. Here's Cato. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Detroit's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. Now the feed to Gordon. And the pass to Sharp. The Pistons working the ball around now. Shot clock at 6. Here's the dude, defended by George. And he gets it to go. And it's 37 points for the dude.
They're spraying them home from mid-range today, guys.
Yeah, reliable weapon, and that's a sign that the offense is working. They're really moving the ball well and finding good opportunities.
Back to George. The 3. And that one's good. George has got 14 points here in the second half.
They're simply living and dying from behind the arc in this second half. And I don't think that's the way to go here. They're trailing. The three-point shot can be used. They've got to balance it out.
San Antonio's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. And that one goes long.
Couldn't convert, but nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
Irving passes to Chan. To the wing on the left. He dishes it to Irving. Lets it go with a 3. And that one's good. Irving's got 27 points.
They are killing them with that three-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
Got that one up quick. And that's now 24 points here for George. Here comes Irving. Pass to Chan. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter of this one. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Great D that time from Green.
This is why you need size inside, the ability to contest shots and force misses.
Steve, that's exactly right. Even when you get in close, it's still a tough shot.
Great defensive anticipation there to challenge that shooter.
Here's the dude. 1:22 left to play here in the fourth.
A jump ball.
And Detroit has possession.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just total obliteration. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Pistons.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were Some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And this will now push it to a total of 44 games in the win column on the season.
And looking at the arc of the season, this is the first of 2 meetings on the year, so this will be a solid win to go up 1-0 in the season series against the Spurs.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for the dude. Every time he shot it, seemed like it was just going to drop in, and nobody was surprised.
That's good.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now, thanks to this spurt.
Just keep on firing, man. No reason to slow down now.
Napier kicks to George. Green with a screen for George. Puts up a 3. They grab their own miss. On the wing, Green. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Tries again, and the jumper is good. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Irving. Passes it to Sharp. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, all night long you were able to control the glass. A visibly winded warrior here. How were you able to get so many shots that came off the iron?
You know, I just try to be quick off my feet, basically. You know, as long as I bump a guy, throw him off balance a little bit, I can start to head over to grab boards. I know it's a big part of what our team needs, and I'm happy to provide it.
Mission accomplished tonight. Congratulations. Kev, over to you.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Thanks for joining us for this presentation of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying see you next time. But first, let's check out the Jordan player of the game.